How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all doing well. Last time we talked about the 48 laws of power. Today we're going to be talking about double speaking. If you don't know what that is, that's what I'm going to be talking about this video. The book is by William Lutz. It's a book that explores the use of language to deceive and manipulate people. Lutz argues that doublespeak is a form of language pollution that makes it difficult for people to fully understand the reality of the situation. In the book, Lutz provides numerous examples of doublespeak in actions and offers strategies to combat it. Lutz begins by defining doublespeak as a language that is deliberately ambiguous and obscure or misleading. He explores the different forms that doublespeak can take: euphemisms, jargon, and outright lies. Throughout the book, he provides examples of doublespeak in action in a variety of contexts, from politics, advertising, to education. One of the key features of doublespeak, according to Lutz, is its ability to convey a positive image of something negative. A company might use euphemisms to describe layoffs as right-sizing or restructuring initiative, making the action seem way more positive than it really is. Politicians might use jargon to obscure the true meaning of their policies, making it difficult for the voters to truly understand what they're really supporting. Lutz also discusses the importance of clarity and honesty in language and encourages readers to question the language they encounter in public discourse. He provides strategies for combating doublespeak, such as insisting on plain language and asking for clarification when language is deliberately confusing and misleading. It's funny that people literally use language to mislead you, which is a very smart but also very manipulative way to get people to support something that we completely don't really understand. Also, it can be really used in ways that it can mislead people into thinking they understand something but they really don't. So it's very important when people are using words or using terms that you don't understand to ask them to say them in plain language to cause the least amount of confusion so you can really understand what the person is trying to say. Doublespeak by William Lutz is a comprehensive exploration of a phenomenon that is all too common in modern society. Lutz's book provides the readers with a tool to recognize and resist doublespeak and to demand clarity and honesty in language. By doing so, we can combat the spread of doublespeaking in public discourse and work towards a society in which language is used honestly and effectively. It's all up to the audience receiving the message. It's up to you to decide, I don't understand what you're truly saying. You're using words that are confusing to me. You're saying things that mean a certain thing that I feel like I understand but I truly don't. Could you please use plain language to convey your message? Now I will provide you with some examples of euphemisms, jargon, and so a euphemism, the use of mild or indirect language to describe something that is unpleasant, uncomfortable, or offensive. Modern day examples include downsizing or right-sizing to refer to layoffs, enhanced interrogation techniques to refer to torture, collateral damage to refer to civilian deaths in war. Number 2, jargon, which is another form of doublespeaking. Jargon is technical language that is specific to a particular profession, industry, or field. It can be used to exclude others who are not familiar with the language. Modern day examples include medical language like cerebral infraction to refer to a stroke, legal jargon like ex parte to refer to a hearing or proceeding in which only one side is represented. Number 3, gobbledygook, language that is intentionally confusing and meaningless, often used to impress or intimidate people. Modern day examples include corporate mission statements that are full of buzzwords and empty phrases like synergy, strategic alignment, political speeches that are full of empty promises, and platitudes that lack the concrete plans or actions. Number 4, obfuscation, the use of language to deliberately obscure the truth or hide something. Modern day examples include politicians who refuse to answer questions directly and instead provide for vague, evasive responses. Corporations that release reports that are intentionally complex and difficult to understand in order to hide the negative information. Number 5, deception, the use of outright lies, falsehoods to mislead and manipulate people. Modern day examples include conspiracy theories that are used to spread false information and distrust of established institutions, advertising claims that are intentionally misleading and untrue in order to sell a product. All these are examples of types of doublespeaking. Some of them, like euphemisms, can be used in a way to make things that are harsh less harsh when you say them. For example, when somebody dies in somebody's family or your family, you say that person has passed on instead of saying, oh, the person is dead. Such things are okay in our society because they're making that person feel better. When double speaking is used to manipulate and deceive people, that's when it's wrong, and it should be called out and asked for the person to explain what they're saying in plain speech. Other things like jargon, it's okay for people in the field to use it if they understand what the person is saying. When jargon is used by an individual speaking to another individual that's not in the field who does not understand the jargon, it can seem or is sometimes deceptive in a way to confuse people. Most of these terms and examples are basically an individual or company using terms and words to manipulate or appear like they're being honest when they really aren't. Their job is to deceive an audience. The way to combat this is to call it out when you see it. Tell the person, I don't understand what you're saying. They're gonna try to make you feel stupid. That's their goal. They don't want you to question what they're saying. They just want you to take it as face value. When you feel like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to appear stupid, or I don't want to look like, giving the individual or company the power. Your job is to call it out when you see it so you can better understand the situation. When you stay quiet, when you assume you understand what the person is saying or company is saying, you're giving the individual institution power over the narrative. When you ask them to please better explain what they're trying to say, you will better understand what they're trying to achieve, their goals, their intentions. That's the complete goal of the individual listening to the message. Thank you for watching.